Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Channel 6 Central Kentucky TV, community focus on Washington County. And today we have with us Stephanie McMillan, I'm delighted to say, who is our tourism director for the city of Springfield. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And of course, you've been a guest before because what can we say? There's always something going on in the city of Springfield and lots of great tourism things. So I know you've got some really big news for us today, and that's why I'm glad you could be here with us. So, what's going on?
Well, I'm excited to announce that Springfield has landed Kentucky's first and only soundstage. It's for motion pictures and television.
This is wonderful, wonderful news. So now, okay, give us more information.
Well, a major independent studio has chosen to relocate from the West Coast to Springfield. And Springfield is very strategic for a couple of reasons. One of them is because Kentucky has a super fantastic, the nation's best tax film incentive. And we did that to be competitive and to draw the film industry here. And Springfield, as you know, is right smack in the middle of the state. We have wonderful roads that crisscross, and strategically, we are the place to be. So they've chosen to set up their first studio. There are plans for more studios. And they're also going to do a very comprehensive and free, I might add, instructional course to people who want to learn how to be working crew members for film.
Oh, that is really good. Well, what a good occupation to be in the working in the film industry. And so, okay, so they're going to set up here in a tobacco warehouse.
Yes.
That where we did have the recycling center.
Mm-hmm.
And of course that has moved, and this is going to be in that location, which is on what is that drive?
Industry Drive.
And behind the Dollar General store.
Right.
So it's a good road, good blacktop paved road there, and what will they have in there?
Well, there is enough room for several projects at one time. It's not just one big sound stage. There will be room for several projects going. And also the instruction will occur there. I'm not sure 100%, but I know that a lot of hands-on instruction will occur right there at the studio. Mm-hmm. Another feature will be they're looking for people to assist as far as like catering, and they need drivers, set builders, all kinds of things. And people who think that their field of interest doesn't apply to movies or filmmaking just need to ask, because chances are everything from set building to accounting and everything else, you don't have to be an actor or producer or director to be involved in filmmaking. There's all kinds of jobs that are available.
So some of these will be paid jobs. For example, if you are in the catering business and you want to provide meals, mm-hmm. I suppose, and set builders and things of that nature. So there'll be some paid jobs, and in addition, there will be these positions where people can actually get on-the-job training.
Yes.
And get credits for that, perhaps? School credits? Or how does that work?
Well, this is more hands-on training, because to work in the movie industry, from my understanding, is you don't need a degree in hand, which, as you know, can be very costly, and not everybody can afford to go to college and get a student loan and, go that route. Mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. This is another option where they can come and actually learn a trade.
Okay.
And then once they have the proper training, they could be hired here, or you can take that skill and go to any other film location mm-hmm. and get a job.
Yeah, yeah. So that's So that's really good. And you know, we have our theater here already, so I know that there are a lot of actors and behind the scenes people here that probably would be very interested in participating in something like that.
I have it on good authority that they are looking forward to working with our theater community, and I'm very happy about that. As you know, Springfield has a really vibrant theater, and people in town are super involved. People come from all over the community but to watch it, but the people involved are right here. I think we're very lucky to have such a good program.
Right.
And then now they have this additional outlet, and I think it's going to benefit everybody.
Yeah. So now, okay, the name of this film industry is?
Springfield Bonded Film Complex.
Okay.
And if you add .com on the end of that, you can get online and email them that way. They're also on Facebook, but right now they're just accepting inquiries. They'll answer everybody eventually. They'll answer everybody who contacts them, but that's the way to start. And as soon as more information becomes available, it'll be rolled out on both Facebook and their website. And of course, as soon as I see it, I'll be reposting that on Springfield Tourism social media.
Okay. And we can get that posted on Channel 6,
Absolutely.
Central Kentucky TV. So then, okay, so so people who are interested in working with them, or in some way have some interest with them. For example, what about places to stay? I mean, because some of these people coming in with this industry are going to need housing and things of that nature, right?
Well, I know that they are looking, and future projects that come in will be bringing other people. So that is a need. Hope we can meet it. I would love for every single one of them to be right here in Springfield or Washington County. But if that can't happen, I know that they're coming right here to work. So, you know, if you're looking to sell your house, you might want to be posting something. You just never know.
Oh,
Not promising anything. You just never know. Because in 2018, and it'll be ramped up to 1920, that there will be there'll be a need. So it's a real thing. It's not speculation, because the wheels are already in motion. I know people are already looking. So it'd be great if somebody, it'd be great if somebody could build some apartments or new homes around here. It's about
so it's
time.
an opportunity for all kinds of business people here then to look at how they might benefit from this film company, because you're going to have people coming in. Do you have any idea initially, Stephanie, how many people might be coming here to start up this?
I really don't. They keep a lot of things very close to the vest, because everything's under contract, and there's all kinds of clauses that say you can't talk on this and that. They really kind of just let me know what I need to know. I do know that they are very interested in the relocation process. As far as the number, I have no clue. But if indications of everything else going on in the state are on target, we are going to have a lot of new neighbors from the West Coast, from Atlanta, from New York.
Well, that's going to make things interesting in Springfield.
It will.
It certainly will. And probably there'll be some people that have children to put in this, to enroll in our school system. And so these are good for this is good for our schools. This is good for our community. Now, will they be making movies here?
Yes. It's not just the studio people that will be here. It will be people filming movies, filming television programs, reality shows. We're hoping to get a series, and by we, I mean me, because if a series is here, it's going to stay for a while, like season after season, hopefully. And that would be really good for our community. And it'll bring an influx of new people coming and going, and it also will be bringing in people who stay here, make a home here, make a life.
So there'll be filming in the studio there, and also we might be having some movies filming within the community in various places, like we did before with the movie. Like so we'll have stand-ins. So I might actually get a role, get to be a stand-in or something again.
I encourage you and everybody else to just, throw your hat in the ring and see what happens. I have no clue where they're going to be. One of the benefits of a soundstage, or the benefit, is total control. So you can make it look however you want to make it look. You have control of the weather, and you can film at night when it's supposed to be day, and day when it's supposed to be night, so it really is time and cost effective.
Right.
So I'd love to see some things back on our beautiful Main Street. I think I know that's one of the major reasons why Tragedy Girls came here to film last summer. So plus our wonderful people here. They really loved shooting in Springfield. They have a lot of fond memories. And I think that the future movie people coming in will say the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, you're coming into a welcoming community, a friendly community, and we like versatility, and I think this will be really fun. And who knows, they might find our next star here, Stephanie.
I'm looking forward to it. I bet they do.
And what about, when you think about it, because we discussed this before with Tragedy Girls, when you think about it, really Kentucky has done well in the business of movie stars. I mean, think how many have come from Kentucky, some of our biggest stars, Hollywood stars. So then this reality show you're talking about, are you saying we would have perhaps
alleged?
I mean,
it could be anything. It could be anything in the form of film or media.
So they would be following someone around here, like in those reality shows, or I mean, perhaps.
I can only speculate on some of the schlock I've seen on TV before. I hope whatever happens here is a lot better. But I guess that's what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
The complex, it will be set up to accommodate all those things. Pre-production, production, I guess, which includes everything on the sound stage and otherwise, and also post-production. So those are elements that other places, even if they might have a sound stage, like in Atlanta, they may not have post-production, but that's something that we're going to have right here in Springfield.
What is post-production?
Okay, I'm not quite sure. I'm just kind of regurgitating what I've been told, but it's whatever needs to happen after you film, like editing and music and whatever they do to make it what we're used to seeing in the theaters.
Oh, okay. Oh, gosh, that's really exciting, yeah. So then when are we expecting this, the company to get here?
Initially, they had said the first of the year, January. I don't know if they're going to make that deadline. I expect them to be, very close to that because they've got some projects that I can't speak on, but we should all be very excited about it. I'll tell you the first.
Okay, we at Channel 6
We'll
get
have
that
the
news
scoop
first. We get the scoop first. Great.
And so they need to start working on that fairly quickly.
Okay.
And I'm sure that as soon as they get here, everybody's going to know, because they are not Southerners. They are not Kentuckians. Remember last year when the LA people showed up? I'm pretty sure you'll be able to spot them.
Spot them. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure they can spot us as well. So yeah, well okay. So we're really expecting them anytime.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're working on it very hard. I do know that a couple of them are going to Sundance this year. They are a large independent studio, so they have a lot of projects in the works. And Sundance is a very important, I guess, show place.
Right.
And so that goes on in January, and I think we can expect to see them not too far after that.
And so they also, who was just inducted into the Smithsonian?
Yes.
Who was that? That was the James Bond the Third?
James Bond the Third.
Okay.
He is a principal of Springfield Bonded Film Complex.
Okay.
In the 70s, and you can look him up on IMDb. He had a very long career as a child star, and afterwards he produced movies, directed and wrote them, and he is really well-rounded in the film industry, everything from acting to producing and distribution. And so now he's bringing his studio here. We're very lucky to have him, and he is being inducted into the Smithsonian for his contributions for filmmaking.
Yeah.
He actually produced the very first all African American horror film.
So he, well, I saw that name, and and I thought, now James Bond. Of course, you think of the movie of itself, and so this is his actual name, and he is the principal in the film company that we're going to have here. Okay, so we know that he's obviously a professional and knows the deal. So we don't have to worry about that, do we?
He's going
Good
to bring
job,
a lot.
Stephanie.
Thank you. He's going to bring a lot here.
Yeah.
And the education portion is so important, I think. I mean, how wonderful is that to have another career path that's accessible to everybody?
Yeah.
And then the jobs that it can bring in here, I'm looking so forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I am too, and I'm just so glad that Stephanie, we have to give you credit for this opportunity we're going to have here in Springfield. You've certainly worked hard on this endeavor. I know you have, and it's going to be very exciting. So,
well, thank you.
It's just not your everyday stuff. It's going to be very unique and unique to this area. And so I'm just delighted, and I'm very happy that you got that taken care of.
Well, thank you. I'm so happy that Springfield gets a first. The first and only soundstage.
Yeah.
We may not always be the only, but we'll always be the first.
There you go. Yeah. So, well, thanks for being here. And again, if people want to contact the company to see if there's anything that they can, any questions they have or anything they want to get involved in, they should. What's that?
Springfield Bonded Filmcomplex.com.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.